Hi, it's Lee here. I've just finished my interview with Central News, and one of the questions that I was asked is, are people concerned about the income that they have in retirement? And I think people are. I think there's a huge amount of the population that have massive concerns about whether they can have the lifestyle that they want in their retirement. This also comes off the back of a documentary that I've recently watched that Michael Burke produced on Channel 5. It was the UK pension crisis, and again it was talking about the amount of people that are retiring with little or no provisions, and the amount of people in retirement that are in the poverty or under the poverty line. So I think there are huge concerns out there. I think the volatility in the stock market, I think the energy crisis, I think the cost of living increases, all of this are feeding into this concern and worry that people have about their retirement. When you couple that with the worry that people have about paying for care in retirement, it suddenly realises that this is an enormous issue. I think the problem you've got is once you arrive at that place, it's probably a little bit too late, which is why I would absolutely urge you. One of the other questions I was asked in the interview is, why is it important that people start saving for their retirement early? What we've just discussed is the answer to that. Starting early, paying yourself first, maximising what you can put in, taking an adventurous investment risk with your portfolio if you've got a long time to retirement, nudging up those contributions. It is absolutely crucial that you do that. There is no point waiting till you get to the point of retirement or within touching distance and then starting to be concerned about it. It's too late, and there's probably nothing that can be done about it. But starting now, in your 20s, in your 30s, or even in your 40s, getting going, getting contributions in is an absolute must. You don't necessarily need to take financial advice. Most employers will provide you with a workplace pension, and for most people that will do the job. But make sure you take a look at where you're invested, and investing funds are appropriate for the amount of time you have until you get to your retirement age. And my general rule is this: if you have at least 10 years to go until you're due to retire, or you're thinking about retiring, you can afford to take a much more adventurous investment risk with your money than probably what the default funds will be providing you with. And I strongly urge you to review where the money's invested. So I hope that helps. As I say, my feelings on this are that starting early, nudging up, and all that is really important. I do really feel for people that have got to that point where maybe they're not in such a strong position. There are things you can look at doing. There are some free support that the government provide to help. But my advice is, don't arrive at that place in the first place. Do something about it earlier when you can. Hope that helps, and I'll speak to you soon.